Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan's Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. This one's going to be doing the second Q&A leading up to the Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 17, which we now know is called Home Sweet Home. This one I want to talk about a little bit about Rosita as well as Dog. Those two characters really not getting that much screen time right now, as well as I do want to also discuss some news that we got about Michael Rooker, and it sounds like he will probably never, from what he said, reprise his role as Merle in pretty much any Walking Dead, anything, whether that's a backstory or anything. It sounds like Michael Rooker is officially done with The Walking Dead. Okay guys, just going to be doing another Walking Dead video for today. This one's going to be doing the second Q&A leading up to the Walking Dead Season 10, Episode 17, which like I said, now we know, finally we have a title for this first episode. Is called Home Sweet Home. So, which is currently being filmed right now, so very, very excited to see that episode and to see these additional episodes of the Walking Dead Season 10. So, it's been a little bit, wanted to do another video for the Walking Dead, the main Walking Dead series. I probably will have another video or two for Fear the Walking Dead this week as well. So definitely stay tuned for that. But this video, we have a lot to cover, as well as some of your guys' Q&A questions. Definitely leave some more Q&A questions for number 3, which I'll probably do Q&A number 3 in another week or two, something like that. Because I'm going to try to still, do as many videos as I can for the main show, even though it's not on. But yes, definitely the content is a lot more focused right now on Fear the Walking Dead and World Beyond. But I try to kind of bring in some of that main Walking Dead, the main series, topics every once in a while. So, like example for this video. So, this first topic I want to get into for today comes from comicbook.com, is that Michael Rooker is, I guess, not going to be reprising his role as Merle. So anybody that thought that we would ever see Merle maybe potentially in, some kind of, some kind of like, a reappearance in a flashback or hallucination for, Daryl or something like that. Michael Rooker basically confirms it right here that, he feels like the end of his character was good, and that he kind of, he feels like there wouldn't be much of a point to kind of come back now after all these years and all that kind of stuff. So, I mean, it definitely makes sense. He is, Michael Rooker is getting older now too, so he maybe not want, I wouldn't want to do that. And, I do want to say, definitely for Michael Rooker, I think this is definitely a good time to acknowledge for him, since he says this now, he did a great job, as Merle. I think we all have to, acknowledge that. He did an amazing job as Merle, and I think that, Michael Rooker, he really is, one of those characters that every once in a while, I like to go back in some of those Season 3 episodes, just to watch some of the stuff he does, because he was absolutely amazing. So Michael Rooker did an amazing job as Merle. Definitely have to acknowledge that. So that's the first one. Now, getting into the first question for this video, this one is also going to be the main topic of this one, is from Brian Akeem, who says, he asks about Rosita and Dog, and basically, should we see more of them? Should we see, more of them in the finale and all that kind of stuff? So, I really am happy that Brian actually acknowledges that, because Rosita and Dog are, two characters that I don't know what's going on. I mean, Dog has barely been in Season 10. I mean, let's all acknowledge that. Dog has barely been in Season 10 at all. A few scenes here and there, but almost nothing. And then Rosita, she did have some screen time in the first half of the season. It feels like in the second half of the season, they've really, barely used Rosita, though. And she's kind of just there, and she's kind of not doing too much. So, the reasoning for that, obviously, we know she's going to be in that new Netflix series as Selena. So, obviously, that's why she probably hasn't had that much time around this time of, filming the later episodes of Season 10. But I am really starting to get worried that they're just going to have Rosita be this, background character now because of this new Selena series, but they don't want to necessarily kill off Rosita, so this is kind of what they're doing with her. And I hope that's not the case, but yeah, it definitely is looking like that. And I honestly have to say, I am very concerned about, the amount of screen time that Rosita's getting, because you'd think that she'd be getting more. Maybe that's yet to come, but for right now, yeah, she hasn't gotten all that much time. And in terms of Dog, I think Dog will be okay. I I think they're just not really sure what to do with him right now, unfortunately. But they are kind of in the finale, but like barely. Like there's like one scene with Rosita where like after the battle or whatever, we see Rosita real quick, you know, but you know, with Gabriel and Coco and stuff, but it's not that much. And then Dog, I think, has like one little clip in the season finale, and that's like it. So I don't know, it's very weird what they've done with Rosita and Dog. They've just really pushed them to the background. Dog, I feel like, has less of a reason. At least with Rosita, we know she's in that Selena series, so we understand why she's not getting all that much time. But for Dog, man, they got to give him more screen time. So and definitely comment down below if you think that if I'm the only one that kind of feels like, you know, Dog and Rosita should get more screen time coming up. Absolutely. Thank you very much for the comment, Brian. And going along with that question as well comes from Epic Zombie Killer, who asks, do I think that Dog, now that Dog has survived the season 10 finale, will he survive the final season? So, great question, Epic. And honestly, I'm gonna say he will. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very nervous about it. I think we can all kind of admit that, you know, it's not a guarantee that Dog will survive. Absolutely not. No, but there's no guarantee anybody will survive unless you're Daryl and Carol in this show. But I will definitely say one thing right now. I think that the odds are pretty good. I'm going to give it an 80% right now. An 80% chance I think that Dog will survive The Walking Dead. And that's a pretty big percentage, honestly. And the other 20%, I think that there is a slight possibility that they may break our hearts. And honestly, I really hope not, and they better not do it, because honestly, that would be absolutely horrible. And honestly, I feel like that would be worse than Shiva's death, because that's, like, Shiva was a CGI character, but you know, Dog, that is, like, they actually do use a real dog on set for that. There's no CG when it comes to dogs. So, I feel like that may even be more crushing to fans if they do that. So that's why I'm going to go with an 80% chance right now for Epic. I feel like they're just not going to do that. They got so much hate for Shiva's death. I just feel like they can't afford to do that right now. But definitely want to hear your comments about all that stuff down below. Thank you very much for the comment. And the final one for today comes from Eastside Badger, who says, so basically, where do I rate Beta's death compared to other villain deaths? And for Eastside, it sounds like it's his favorite death from a villain character in The Walking Dead, Beta's death. So, yes, I absolutely do agree, though. I think that Beta's death was absolutely amazing in the TV series version. I think Beta's death was way better. I think we can all agree Beta's death was way better in the TV series version than it was in the comics. The comics was just awful. Like, I probably will never go back and read Beta's death in the comics. I'll just watch the TV show version because I feel like it's so much better. But, honestly, all I can say for right now is that even though I think Beta's death was really epic in the show, I don't know if it's my favorite death, though, for a villain. I'll just say that. I think that there are other deaths, other villains that have died in the Walking Dead series, that their deaths are just a little bit more iconic than Beta's death. I do think that Beta, his death is up there as, like, one of the, you know, the biggest deaths for a villain, but just because the way it happens with the, you know, the eyes and stuff, just crazy. But, I don't know. I don't know if it's my favorite death for a villain, because the governor's death, that was epic. I mean, that was absolutely insane. That might be one of my top ones right there. And then Gareth's death in the church, that was absolutely crazy. You know, Alpha's death, that one was, you know, pretty good. I don't know if Alpha's death is one of my top villain deaths, so I gotta say. It was good, but I don't think it's one of my tops. And I'm trying to think here. Yeah, those are some of the deaths right now that stand out to me right now. But I would have to say that I think the governor's death, something about the governor's death is still crazy to me, and just the way that happens, you know, because it was such a long time coming, and then when you see it happen, it's just like, oh crap, and then you see the sword, it's like, like, you know, it's like, oh, Michonne just, oh man, it was meant to be for Michonne to kill the governor like that, you know. But yeah, I would say Beta's death is maybe like number 2 or 3 out of villain deaths, but I don't know if it's the top one, but I do agree. I think the death, the way it was done, the way it was shot, I know a lot of people say the fight part of things with him and Negan was a little too quick. I agree with that. But when it comes to Daryl stabbing him in the eyes and the flashbacks and the way Beta went out, that part of things I thought was incredible. The fight with Negan and Beta definitely could have been better, but the death for Beta itself, I'm good with it. I thought it was absolutely amazing the way they did the flashbacks, how he's embracing all death, as Alpha says that in the flashbacks, in the current time, he's embracing all death. You know, I think that was a crazy death for him. The smile, you know, and then the iconic, do you know who that was? Yeah, nobody, you know. I thought that was amazing. So, absolutely awesome questions from you guys for this week. Leave some more down in the comment section below, and if you guys have, enough questions for another one, maybe we'll do another Walking Dead Q&A number 3 leading up to episode 17, maybe another week or two, something like that. I'm trying to do one every week, every couple weeks for The Walking Dead, at least for right now, and then obviously we'll have to see how many Q&As we can do up until when episode 17, Home Sweet Home, actually releases. So, really, really cool stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Write your comments in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, click the subscribe button to miss any of my Walking Dead videos. Follow Dance Walking Reviews on Instagram, guys. And, of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another Walking Dead video. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
Anybody out there?